Well, hello everybody and welcome back to G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And yeah, the tote koozie is open because it was a tote koozie day here in the desert. It reached a high of 106 degrees here today, and that's nothing. That's only the preempt to the heat wave that's coming through. They're saying that tomorrow should be 107 to 108 and going up from there, and see anywhere from 112 to 115 a few days after that by the weekend. So yes, the tote koozie will remain in use for that period. Now, one of the things that I had a problem with today, and I know this for a fact, but I was reminded sharply of it. See this? This is part of a copper hose connection. Those copper repairs, or those cheap repair units, there's another part of it right there. Okay, these are the ones that you buy at like Harbor Freight and that. They're made of copper. I had those on this system on the hose connections. And for those of you who are planning on building one of these, do not use those cheap connections. Use the heavy brass ones like I got here or there, or the plastic. And why? Because chlorine eats up copper. And that's what you see. That was the rim that's supposed to hold the fitting inside of this nut. It's weird that they made the nut. Well, maybe they didn't. Maybe it's just brass coated. But yeah, bottom line is, don't trust copper fittings. Make sure you're using brass or plastic. Now, on swimming pools, they usually use bronze. And the reason they use bronze is because people chlorinate their pools, and some people highly chlorinate their pools. And if you don't use bronze, that chlorine will eat up that pipe and those fittings and everything else you've got. So remember that. Just a little tip from G-Bear. All right, so the new girls just started laying eggs yesterday. I got this itty bitty, well, it's about half the size of a regular size egg in one of the nests. But one of the older girls, one of the ones I got from my neighbor, is brooding. She's nesting on top of some eggs. And if my count was right, because she does get up every now and then to go do her thing. But if my count was right, she's nesting on 10 eggs. And if she's in there, I won't bother her, but we'll take a look anyway. Oh yeah, she is in there. So what I did was, I put food and water close to her nesting box, and that's her inside of there. And she's sitting on 10 eggs. She's been on them now for about a week. Normally it takes 21 days to hatch. And in 2 more weeks, I might have some little ones around. Here's one of the new girls. And I guess that they've started coming into this place and using this area, because I noticed that there's poop in one of the nests here. And the young ones will do that. And you got to break them out of that habit. Oh, there's another one of the new ones. But yeah, there was one of the little tiny eggs in this corner box and that corner box over there. So you can see they're shaping the nests here, and they're really liking this. So I have a second one that I think might be wanting to brood. And I'll have to get ready to move those into the isolation coop when they're hatched, because the other chickens will kill them. I have to isolate the babies and the mom all by themselves into their own little coop area and let them grow up a little bit and learn from mom. And I may get a few more brooders out of that. So anyway, today I was out watering all of the mulberries. This one keeps taking a big hit, but I have a feeling that these other bushes here, because they're nice and green, are stealing water from it. And this one is doing the best. And it's too bad that this really big strong tree is over here, where once it becomes a really big tree, it's not going to be a real good place for a shade location. I was hoping to be able to shade the chicken coop with these trees. Now that one on that side will shade the chicken coop in the morning when the sun comes up. And then this one and this one, we're supposed to shade it in the afternoon when the sun is like it is now, getting ready to go down. So the winds are up 24 miles an hour right now. Last night I was rudely awakened somewhere after midnight by the smell of brush fire. Now, I'm not sure where it was. I got up and I went outside and looked around. I didn't actually see anything, but the winds were blowing about 8 to 12 last night, so it could have been quite a ways away, and I was just getting a whiff of the odor. I did see on the news that July 4th, remember I showed you all the fireworks down there? Well, apparently they were all illegal fireworks, and the fire department was going crazy, putting out numerous brush fires. And they were prepared. They did a good job. They got them all out quickly. So that was a good thing for all of us, because out here in the desert, when it's this dry, when all these brush are all kind of their tan colored, brown colored, dried out with all of the dried grass in between them, that tan dried out grass, a brush fire with these winds can travel very, very quickly. And all of these bushes are called greasewood bushes. And when they burn like they've been soaked in grease. They burn hot, and they throw up embers everywhere. So it jumps from place to place. I'd hate to see a fire break out in this wind right now. It would be really, really a hazard to all the people out here in the desert. It could cover thousands of acres in no time at all. Because these aren't real big, tall trees, but they do burn very hot. And all around the bases of these bushes is really dried, dead wood. That's the way these bushes work, is part of them dies off, and then the dead part rots at the base of the bush and gives nutrients to the soil that the plant needs to keep growing. So it just sprouts up another sprout off of the rootstock and keeps on going. All right, so I did water the garden and the mulberries today because of the excess heat. Got that all done. Got my clothes all done and got my clothes in the dryer. I'm going to have to take those out of the dryer because the blower in that dryer is going crazy. It really is. I hope that my windproof mic is helping on that. So anyway, got one other thing that I wanted to show, and let's head inside. I'm not moving too fast because it's hot out here. It's dry, but it's hot. All right. So I finally did find the perfect box for Josephine, the winner of the beer stein. And I mean perfect box. So I've got it all wrapped and ready to go. And I've got her address label and that stuff on the other side. But yeah, this is going to, within the next couple of days when I go to check my mail, I'll take it down to the post office. But the this foam packing that was on those 2x4s I got from Don worked out great. So I used this thin stuff, the single layered stuff, on the bottom of the box and the top of the box. And then this heavy stuff, I put it all the way around the unit. So there is absolutely, positively no rattle whatsoever in that box. It is firmly in the box, and I marked it fragile on all sides because you know how some of those delivery people are. They go, oh, look at this, perfect size. Hey, go out for a long one. I wanted to make sure that it's marked, and I'm going to have them stamp it when I do mail it with a few more fragiles on there. And anyway, Josephine, I did send you an email telling you that and showing you a picture of the box. But you get to see it again on this YouTube video. And it's ready to go. As soon as I make my next trip into town, it will get shipped. So enjoy. This is G Bear thanking you. Don't forget, thumbs ups down there. Don't forget to subscribe. Signing off.